Hello, my dear Capricorn. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between August 1st and August 15, 2017 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I still use the Legacy of the Divine Tarot, and I will start shuffling your cards. So, two tens in the bottom of the deck. So something is completing. Something might be ending for you as well. We'll see. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light, and I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and I call the six elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Capricorn viewers. So I want my dear Capricorn to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So I also want to take a chance. 10 of Swords also. Now you have 3 tens. I also want to take the chance to tell you about the full moon with a partial lunar eclipse in Aquarius opposing the Sun and Mars. That will be, both Sun and Mars will be in Leo. And the full moon and the partial lunar eclipse will be in Aquarius. We will also have a total solar eclipse in Leo on the 21st of August. The same day, we will also have the new moon in Leo, triangling Saturn moving retrograde in Sagittarius, and Uranus moving retrograde in Aries. Very fiery indeed. And especially since also Mars is in Leo, lying there with the moon. Venus will be in Cancer, moving into Leo on the 26th of August, joining Mars there, and Mercury will start moving retrograde in Virgo, August 14. Also, for you Capricorn especially, we will have Pluto moving retrograde in Capricorn, opposing Venus in Cancer, August 9 till 21. Squaring Jupiter the whole month. Moon also moves through in your sign August 4 to 6, just before the full moon, August 7. Opposing moon in Cancer, 18 till 19 of August. Moon moves in again, August 31st. Okay, so this is your reading for the now will be in the first part of August, and future will be in the second part of August. So I will just tune in for a few seconds. So my dear Capricorn, this is your future, and this is your now, and this is the past. So the past will probably be July. This will probably be the first part of August 2017, and this will probably be the second part of August 2017. But time is not an exact science in Tarot. It's divine timing. So whenever you watch this is probably the exact right time to see it. Also, you can watch the reading several times because some things might not have happened just yet, even if it's in the now for you or here. So if you watch several times, you will get to know more things as time reveal your life before you. Okay, so the first card for you, Capricorn, is Six of Cups. So Six of Cups is talking about past lives. It's also talking about childhood. It's talking about karma, you can say. It's talking about things that weren't put right the first time, is in need of being put right. So the Six of Cups can be a longing to put things from the past right, or to get maybe an apology from someone in your past, or to actually meet up with them. So Six of Cups can be for some of you that there has been a reconciliation between friends, between lovers, between relatives, or something that's really meaningful for you has kind of shown up again, and wants to be seen and made real, made in the way that it should have been the first time. So you get many of those chances usually to make things right, and it's all about being in the highest form of love, both towards others and yourself, to put yourself in a very emotionally mature position when you're making choices or interacting with other people. So that's the Six of Cups, very beautiful. The next card is the Temperance card, so it looks very loving for you here in what for most of you will be in July, with both the Six of Cups and the Temperance card, because the Temperance card is a very highly divine card. It's about taking in more of yourself that you didn't really have access to before, because we are like this big beautiful soul, but we don't use all parts of our soul. We don't express all parts of our soul, sometimes due to fear or different kind of socialization processes that has been in our childhood. But here with the Temperance card, it's like something from your past, something from your whole soul is kind of wakening up and coming to full bloom. It's like you're blooming, Capricorn, here in July, and it's mixing fire with water. It's like taking in your other element. For you it would be air, since you are earth sign, but it's about if you have a partner, for example, or a friend or someone that you think are being particularly difficult in your life, they usually point out a mirror towards you, something maybe that you need to learn. If they are obnoxious, maybe you need to learn to be more like standing your ground and not backing down, things like this. Or if you think that someone is so over emotional in your life, maybe you need to come in contact with your emotions, because they are holding up like a mirror with a piece of you that you can't really see because you have hidden it, or you didn't love this part of yourself. But this is all about loving all the parts of you, your whole soul, taking in what's you, becoming your true authentic self. So we have Pluto moving retrograde in Capricorn. So Pluto is about death and rebirth. And number 14, the Temperance card, comes right after number 13, death. So you have probably gone through a very difficult process, Capricorn, where it's now coming to its conclusion. You're coming to blossom here. And yes, here we have the Jupiter in Capricorn. Actually, Jupiter is in Libra, and it's going direct. It has been moving retrograde for a long time during the past year or so, but it's going direct since 10th of June, I think. And here we have the sign for Capricorn, and this is for Jupiter. So, and this is the wheel, the karmic wheel that I was talking about in the Six of Cups. Things coming back again and again, to be like getting another chance to do things right. You can see this in your friends' patterns or your partner's patterns. You see they have the same problem kind of showing up again and again, and that's their patterns. It would never happen to you because you have your own, and it's harder to see your own patterns, but sometimes they are very obvious. We can have very destructive relationships, for example, happening again and again, or the same every time you get a new boss, the same pattern will show itself with some power struggle or whatever. But every one of us have this kind of patterns in our lives, and they are coming again and again. So every round of this, we will learn something new, and we will be more skilled and more skilled and more skilled with this situation. Also, we will be more cool with it, because it's like playing, if you have been through a car accident, the Six of Cups is sometimes saying something that have happened before needs to be healed. Okay, so you have been traumatized and you were in this car accident. It's just a metaphor, and when you are a little child, like the Six of Cups is talking about children, to heal, they are actually playing this car accident again and again in their place. And they're doing so because eventually they will stop being afraid of this scenario. They will accept it. So what you need to do is, with your patterns, start to accept them. Don't be in resistance of them. Don't be like, no, I don't want this. Why is this always happening to me? And you want to run away. But here you don't. You're actually digging really deep, Capricorn, and you're starting to reveal the patterns in your life, and you're starting to learn to go with the roller coaster of them and not be so. This is a person being rather emotional, like on a roller coaster. But I think with all those these cards together, I think you're getting the hang of it. It's like you're starting to enjoy the ride, both the ups with very happy things happening, but also the lows that eventually will happen. And you're just going with the ride. You're not being so afraid of it. Or this is what the cards want you to show you, that you don't have to be afraid of things, because whatever happens will happen. It's how we react to the thing that's kind of give us happiness or not the actual life situation, but how you react to those life situations. If you are in resistance, the bike will of course trip and fall, and you will drive into the same pitfall again and again. But if you're not in resistance, you're kind of riding the bike with elegancy. You see, you have no steering wheel here. You ride this bike with elegancy, and you just follow the fate, the destined routes in your life, and you just take whatever curved ball the divine is sending to you, or universe, or life, or people in your life, whatever they are sending to you. You just catch the balls, and you just do the best of the situations, being very, like, trying to find the center here, to put yourself in the center of this action, becoming very, very cool, and as I said, emotionally stable, and not being so dramatic and victimized. And here you have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is usually Sagittarius energy. It can also be Aries and Leo. And as I said, we have a very fiery month ahead of us, where Saturn is moving retrograde in Sagittarius, and it will triangling this big event in the end of August. But this is in the beginning. This is in July, and I really don't remember what happened with Sagittarius in July, but this is a very fiery sign. It's about following your true desires, and this is what's going to happen on the solar eclipse, that we are going to be faced with our true desires. So with the Knight of Wands, it's like you have already figured this out. You're already on the tracks of this. But it can also be like a person in your life, a player kind of person, that's maybe a heartbreaker, a person that's break people's heart, and they're just doing it for the fun of it, because they are playing around. They don't know the depths of their own emotions. They just want like a sunny day and a pina colada and a nice girl or nice boy at their side, and the next day it will be another one. So the Two of Coins and Knight of Wands is this playful mood, and maybe you are in this playful mood. Maybe this is what you need to learn, to see the other side of the story. If you have been played a lot, maybe you need to become a player. If you have been a player, maybe you are going to be played, or you have been played, because this is in July. There's two dragons here, so it's talking about balance again between two forces. Two dragons, and it's like which dragon you feed will be the one that grows. And I feel for many of you, it's like this taking in your other side. Either you will be faced with the consequences of being a player, or you will have the chance to actually be on the other side of the fence, because it's not forbidden to do stupid shit, or to kind of to be in this lover's game, because what we need to do is to become more sincere towards one another. If you're not out for a serious relationship, you should really tell the people. You shouldn't use people that wants a serious relationship while you are just using them. That's plain wrong. But if you are saying to the people that you meet that, well, I want to look around. I want to have a look around. I want to see what I buy before I buy it. So I want us to meet before we get serious. I want us to meet a lot, and not just using people. If both parties wants to use, that's okay. If you just wants to meet up for one night, that's fine. The divine is not going to say anything about this. It's when you are lying. Okay, it's when you are lying. So if you have been lied to a lot, you are going to have control over this situation from now on. You are going to spot any person that just wants to use you. So that's a good thing. And if you have been a user, you will probably be exposed to this yourself. And here we have a 10 of Wands. So this is about the lying thing. Usually the 10 of Wands is about lying towards yourself. We had 3 tens coming out before. 10 of Wands, 10 of Coins, and 10 of Swords. Not the 10 of Cups. I didn't see that anyway. So the 10 of Wands is when you're holding back your soul's energy, your own energy, your own, like your own... what you want to accomplish in your life, maybe you or what you're longing for, or your own needs, or what you really want to say to someone. So for some people that will be that you are players because you don't want people to see your true side. You don't want them to see into your soul. So you're hiding behind a play, behind a game, kind of. But the 10 of Wands can also be that this has come to its full bloom. So if you or someone else in your life is continue to keep up this mask, it will eventually fail, because this is a building up of energy, and it has a very beautiful foundation. It wants something good. It wants to heal. It wants to fix. It wants you to be more than you were before. It wants you to expand your soul, becoming more of your soul. But it's going to do so through hardship and trial by fire, which what we have seen a lot in this summer, because the North Node went into Leo in the beginning of May, I think it was, and that's people are going to show their true hearts more. They are going to have to do this, because this pressure, you see this mounting pressure, this person that used this play or this game is going to crawl on their belly, because their old ways of being is not working anymore. And the people that usually were used, collected like flies through this, or being the honey to all those flies that were just players, you are going to start to see, well, that's a fly. I'm not going to have anything to do with that fly. And you are going to start to speak up. And you're going to start to say exactly what you mean, without this having this courtesy, or having this way of telling people, well, that's all right, or I don't care, or I know you didn't mean it. It's good to be forgiven, but not being forgiving in the way that you are crawling on your belly and being used. So this is what this reading is much about, starting to be more authentic, okay? Starting to be more authentic, your true soul, and actually taking the consequences of this, because we have failed to say our true meaning because we didn't want the consequences, those emotions, those wavy ups and downs emotions. We know if we are going to be telling another person that you did me wrong, I didn't really like this, what you did to me, and then you will have an enemy. You don't want an enemy, because then you will feel like this, the waves. But now it seems like you have gotten on top on your emotions. So you're not afraid of them anymore. You're not afraid to express love, but you're not afraid to express your anger either, or your borders, or your limitations. I can't deal with this. It's too much. I'm too tired. You're going to tell people. So this is something good, because you're putting yourself in the center. You're not being splashed around with those emotions anymore. So you're waking up from kind of an illusion where you try to be nice just So you wouldn't have to deal with your own emotions. That's the problem, your own emotions. When you get to know yourself better, when you get to know your own emotions better, you will come on top of the world. Because when you know yourself, when you're not afraid of your inner upheavals anymore, and you're being able to put yourself in the center in the midst of the storm, nothing will really affect you in a bad way anymore. It will just be like, oh, okay, this is what's happening now, and you will adapt to the situation. And you won't be tossed around by your emotion. You will have them still, no resistance. What you resist persists. You will still have them, but you won't be afraid of them. So this is July, and this is probably the first part of August 2017, and we have the 9 of coins. This is you being really rock solid. This is Venus in Virgo. This is you becoming very loving with thyself, like putting yourself in the center. We see the storm here. This girl, she has been able to find this place in the sun and keeping the storm at bay. She's keeping herself in the center here and talking with the divine, always communicating this arch. She's like a single woman, being able to take care of herself, or a single person, man or woman. But she's also able to connect with other people out of love and self-love. So she's not going to be a victim to anyone else. We had the 10 of coins also coming. So 9 and 10 of coins, it's like a upbuilding. When you will be able to love yourself and take care of yourself and your own emotions, you're not going to be a victim to anyone else anymore, but you're going to be able to participate with other people on the same level in a relationship, in any kind of relationship. So this is becoming really rock solid, really mature. It's the feminine part of the hermit, being able to nurture yourself and your body, making your body a temple, loving everything that's inside of there. And if anyone come and kind of wrecks your garden, you will take it as a challenge and either rebuild on the place or move along. You won't be like, oh, why did they do this to me? Or why did the universe send me this curveball? You will just deal with it because you know that you don't have control over whatever happens on the outside. You only have control over your own reactions. So this is a 6 of Wands, and 6 of Wands is Jupiter in Leo. So we had Jupiter in Capricorn here, and it's going like this, so they have a connection here. It's about self-expression and starting to love yourself and not question yourself so much anymore. But when you become your authentic self, even if you're really a bully, like a real bully, and you start to become your authentic self and show your true face, people will start to react towards you in an authentic way. So you will learn much more quicker how people want to be treated than if you act nice when you really are a bully. And the same way is for a person that's really nice. If you start to act in your true way and kind of respect yourself in a true way, other people around you will start to respect you too. You will always have the right kind of reflection to your own true state. And this is again the temple and the garden. It's kind of the body. So this is 2 parts. We could go deep into this symbolism with the garden and the house, but they're really kind of the same. It's your soul's place where your soul rejoices in a body, in a house. And this is a white horse, so known feelings, known expression. You are riding high in victory here, Capricorn. Being able to express yourself. It's not going to have always good consequences, but whatever consequences come, you will be able to deal with it and get the truth out from that situation. Not lying to yourself, not lying to others anymore, but very much the truth. And here we have a 2 of Wands, and it comes directly underneath 2 of Coins. So I think some of you have problems in your overall relationships or how to move on in your life. But it's just a phase. It's just like you're waiting. It's like you're holding your horses. It's like you're waiting for something. You're waiting to maybe for this divine timing to click in a way. It can also be 2 people not really speaking to each other. We have a very earthy, fiery side here. also water and this Temperance card. And here we have all fire. So it might be that you are dealing with a fiery person, and now you're taking in their energy. You're learning more about this fire, about becoming more your authentic self, expressing your true heart and your true emotions and your true passions and your true longings, and not being so afraid and calculating anymore, but just throwing yourself out there, materializing your dreams. And it's very good. So yes, materializing your dreams. This is 3 of coins. 3 is the Empress. So something is being born, and it's material because it's pentacles. So someone is being very skilled with communicating, with creating their life, with creating their dreams, with healing themselves, with personal growth, with the career movement or new options. So it comes underneath the Knight of Wands and kind of squaring this 2 of coins, 2, 3 of coins. So something is building up. It's 2, 2, 3. So 2 means wait, wait, wait. And 3 means now it's open. So it seems like here you're building on your self-confidence, and you're waiting a little bit for something to come in order. Maybe for a partner to come to its right place of development, or a work opportunity to show itself, or for you to get the right idea that you need to move along with your life. And then boom, in the end of the period here, in the first part of August, things will start to hit off. You might have, it might be messages with the 3 of coins. It might be like, it might have been like a difficult situation, a very, maybe even a conflict of some sort that's being worked out here. So that's nice. And 5 of Swords, and it comes underneath the 10 of Wands. So everything won't run smoothly here. We can really see this. we have probably a person in your life or yourself that really have problem with authenticity, to being authentic, and to not try to win over others, or just, you know, squeeze their nose down in the dirt. And those kind of people have really problem with like loving themselves and loving other people, because the only way they can get energy is to steal other people's energy, and to do so until the other person has nothing left. But the good news here is that you don't have to be with people you don't like. If you are in a workplace, for example, where people are not treating you good, you're probably supposed to stand up for yourself and move on. Because when things start to like really become difficult, it's how the divine challenges us to make us start to journey in another direction. You're not supposed to run headfirst into the wall again and again and again. Sometimes we are called to do this because some of us we have really asked for help to become our best versions of ourselves. So these souls will meet really hard challenges and push through. But for others, for those of us that want a more comfortable life and not wants to always like have personal growth, challenges. When those kind of challenges builds up, it might be a sign for you to go another direction. It's like road signs pointing. And it can also be that you need to start tell people when they are acting like bullies. Okay, or people will start tell you that you are acting like a bully. So either way, people are going to probably need to hear some truth here, like really the truth. Okay, and 5 of Swords might mean that you are going to be much more skilled with dealing with those kind of people, or becoming a little bit more like this yourself, because it's needed, it's called for. You can't teach other people by only being nice. Sometimes you need to put out strong borders or tell people off. With the 5 of Swords, it's harsh words. It's harsh words, but it's harsh words that might be used to reveal something that has been hidden before. Maybe people didn't want to tell the exact truth before because they were fearful of the consequences. But here with the 3 of Coins, it might be happening that people are going to Stop being fearful of the consequences and really start telling the truth. And that might be very hurtful for those of us living still in an illusion, thinking that our partner loving us, but really this person is just staying for the money or the comfort or for the children, or because they don't think that there's any more suitable out there. And finally this thing will reveal itself maybe in an argument while you are working on your personal growth or working to mend a situation. And the truth is going to come out, but it might come out hard. It might come out in a way that's painful. But you know how to deal with this now, because you know how to deal with yourself, how to love yourself. So you will take their words as truth, or you will be able to say the truth to a person or different persons and take the consequences of telling this truth. Because we need to become more authentic. We need to become more our true selves. And be faced with the consequences of being this, and also be able to deal with the inside consequences with their emotions. So this is actually good news, but it's a little bit challenging. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be healing in the long run. So this is in the first half of August, and this is in the future, so it's probably going to be in the late August, or it might be even 3 months ahead in time. So here you have a King of Cups, and it comes underneath this healing situation where you have started to heal your inner child. Like Nine of Coins is like being a teenager. This is a child, this is a teenager learning to love themselves, learning to move outside the home and build a home of their own. So it's kind of that you don't need other people to love you so much anymore. What you need is to love yourself. So this is what you have been learning. And here you have then a King of Cups, and this is again being healed. This situation, it's becoming a whole person. It's becoming in the center, to putting yourself in the heart region, always being able to have an open heart and let the water flow in and out like this, without being fearful of your own emotions. So that's a whole person. No one can touch a person that's healed. No one can hurt a person that's healed. They will be a little bit wave, and then the emotion will be still again. If you have ongoing like feelings that go on for a long time, that's things that's not healed with you. If you're angry with a person for years on end or weeks, you're in sorrow for weeks on end, that's a wound. You cannot be wounded by someone leaving or someone dying even, and that's okay, but it's still a wound. When the emotion comes in and the wave comes in, and then you are dealing with it and it's becoming like the still ocean again, that's when you're healed. So it's nothing wrong with being traumatized. This is the process of healing yourself, and also the Temperance card, taking in more of your energy. But when you're actually healed, that's a tremendous victory. Okay, so this will be a victory for you. So like with the Six of Wands, the victory card here. The King of Cups is usually Scorpio. It can be a Scorpio person in your life, or you can have this is as moon or ascendant or something like that. It can also be a Cancer or a Pisces person, or a gift being granted to you. But on the emotional inner level, it will be you becoming healed and being able to deal with your emotions as a master of your own emotions, not being afraid of them anymore, but letting them run freely and being what they are. So that's where authenticity comes in again, being able to be truthful with not only your intentions, but also with your feelings. For some of you, there will be a reconciliation with a person. It can be any sign, actually. We have Virgo here. We also have Leo there, and Scorpio. It can be different, but King of Cups is like being offered a gift. So it's something that you missed as a child, but then you didn't need it anymore because you gave it to yourself. When you have been able to put yourself in this state where you don't need it anymore because you gave it to yourself, it will also be granted to you from the outside. This is how it works. A person that already has a lot will be given more. This is the law of attraction. So if you have been traumatized as a child and the wound, you still carry that wound, you will be traumatized with in the same situation again and again and again and again, until you stop the cycle by starting to loving yourself and taking different courses of action and decide, no, I won't be a victim anymore, or I won't hurt people like this anymore, or I won't do this anymore, or I won't be like this anymore. You just stop. That's when you're healed, and things are starting to go really well for you. Okay, you will be granted gifts. You will be receiving in the end of August. And here you have the Tower. So the Tower is also a card of healing, as is the Six of Cups, the King of Cups, and this the Tower. And we have this story here with the Temperance. You need to take in your other side, and you have the Six of Wands, that's your temple. And here also your temple, it's kind of Four of Wands that's being crashed. So it might be that you are leaving a relationship or a situation because you have become healed. You might also be leaving a job or a home because you feel that it's beneath you now. You have moved on. You are moving on from an old life situation into a new one. And with the Tower, it's like this. It's with these road signs, you know, the road signs where you are being challenged again and again and again. And the challenges might even become greater and greater and greater. It's like the magnitudes of the earthquakes is increasing because they are road signs. And if you don't listen the first time, maybe you have problems. For example, you have problems with school. You have problems to find inspiration to do your studies. And that might be the first sign, like the whispers of the Tower to telling you, well, either you need to look at what's blocking you, or if this is really what you are supposed to do with the rest of your life, this is what you're studying for. And the whispers might increase to like more loud speaking, like a teacher coming and approaching you and saying, well, I don't think this is really the way, it's not really the thing that you ought to be studying to, because I see you have so much more potential in this branch. So that might be when things are starting to escalate and the Tower is being a little bit louder. Eventually, it will be like this, that when you go to the school, which you actually hate, you will sprain an ankle. And not only once, but twice, until it's become almost funny or very obvious. And this is when you really need to start to pay attention to the signs from the divine. So this is what I'm saying. Sometimes people like to be challenged and they are going against all odds and they are still winning. But sometimes you just need to listen to those signs before it's too late, before you have the Tower coming in on you. And challenge you in a way that you might be not able to move in that direction. You are physically being blocked from moving in that direction anymore because you're supposed to do something else. Sometimes you need to quit to win. And here we have the Eight of Swords. And so the Eight of Swords is being trapped. It's Jupiter again. We have Jupiter. So we have Jupiter again. Jupiter is now in Libra. This is Gemini. It's also an air sign. So some of you might be dealing with an air sign, or you might have air in your chart somewhere. Because the Eight of Swords is about this. You know who you are and what you want, but you have outside voices that still kind of pushes you into a direction which you are not wanting to go, because you see here your body, your temple, your garden is being entangled and not being able to move freely, and you're also blindfolded. And we have two Eight of Swords. All these are blocks, and both the Two of Coins and the Eight of Swords is kind of cyclic. You can see the wheel here and the spider web. It's like you're being trapped by destiny, being pushed into the same stupid situation again and again, because it's something that's not finished. It's something that needs to polish a little bit more. It's something where you are still not authentic. You might be authentic inside of yourself, but you might also have still old belief systems or old voices from grown-ups in the past, or teachers in your past, or lovers in your past, or other important people or authority that kind of says, do this, do this, do this, do this, and you don't want to. Your body doesn't want to. Your soul doesn't want to. You're supposed to do something else. And here comes the Tower, and you really need to listen to this, because the Tower wants to break you free from some old pattern, and it's actually a gift. This situation that will come in the future will be a gift to you, so you will be able to break free from an old pattern, from an old destiny that's kind of not yours anymore, because it's like you're repeating something in your life that you have already learned. You learned it already here, but you're still repeating it, maybe out of all habit, or maybe because this might be a father figure, like you might need to heal something with a father figure, and you're wanting to go into the same situation over and over again to heal this. But it's like it's not needed anymore. It's like you're doing it out of old habit, or it's like a pull, like a longing, or you really want just like that person, exact that person to fix this. But maybe you would be able to fix it with another person if you just were able to move on, either into a new relationship, new work, new whatever. The old situation is kind of outdated here. And here we have the world. So it's another cycle, you see, with the, like I showed you with the 2 of coins and the 8 of swords. And this is when the cycle is being completed. So it's saying again, you are already done with this. You don't need to do it again, Capricorn. You don't have to do it again. It might also mean that you are going to meet your soulmate, and this person or whatever that you have had really hard time letting go of. Because it seems like it's a split between 2 persons or 2 groups or something like that. It might mean that this person actually is your soulmate. So that might be why you have been stuck to them, like they were gum in your hair or something. Because this card, it's about endings, of course, because it's 21, so it's the last card of the major arcana. But it might also talking about like soulmate connection to eternity, and also that you're finished. You don't have to do this karma once more. Maybe you're going to be released. Maybe you're going to experience something totally different now. From now on, this old work that you have been doing so fine. You have worked it out first with yourself, and again with people in your surrounding, and then finally you will be able to free yourself in the end of August, probably around the solar eclipse. You will be able to make a total new pattern. It's like you're healed. It's like you're fixed. You don't have to do the same stupid thing again. You're free. So that's very beautiful. Yes, justice. Justice, you're free. It's balanced out. The old karma is balanced out. For those of you that won't be able to make it this turn, it will be really hard, I think. With the justice, it's a really strict card. You need to learn this before you can pass on to the next level. But with the justice here, together with the world card, it's kind of promising. But if you will be able to make it, do the thing that you were too afraid of to do before, because you held back. You held back because you didn't want other people's aggression, or you didn't want to lose. You didn't want to sacrifice yourself, or you didn't want to sacrifice a valuable relationship, even though it needed to sacrifice, being sacrificed because it wasn't good. If you will be able to, if you can do it this time, if you can face those fears and just do it, because the fears are really fears about your own emotions. And if you're not fearing your own emotions anymore, and being like giving in to change, not staying in the same situation, but being able to change to whatever, like giving up your will to the divine, big things are going to happen in your life. You are going to be released from an old soul contract, and a new contract will be written, something better, I hope. So I will take some cards for you from the Mary L Tarot. I have changed past life oracle card to this, on trial. These are really big cards, really beautiful cards. I got them from a dear friend and a client. So I will check here what you will be released from, okay? And we have actually the 10 of Wands showing itself. So we see here the big difference between not telling your authentic truth and actually telling your authentic truth. You see how beautiful this is. This is you becoming your soul, becoming your soul's purpose. Okay, so that's good. So that's probably what you're releasing yourself from, and this is what you are becoming. And we have the Queen of Wands here. So the Queen of Wands is fire, so it seems like you're not actually taking in air so much. That's your opposite. Maybe you have already been able to start talking the truth. It's also you're taking a fire. Fire, Ten of Wands and the Queen of Wands. You're becoming like this, really your body. You can see the luxuries of this body compared to this more thin figure that's restricted. This is a very like luscious female body. So it's really a divine feminine quality that you're going to step into, and she is so full of self-expression. She loves herself fully, to every inch centimeter of her body, and she is the teacher that I talked to you about. You can't be a teacher if you're nice all the time. See, she is becoming the teacher of new leopard couplings and going to make them into grown leopards. So you have a real mission here. You can't fake yourself. You need to be your authentic self, because the world kind of needs you in the way that you are. It might also be that you need to communicate with maybe a fire person in your life, or just take in their energy. Maybe leave them aside and take in their energy. But it seems like this fire energy in your life, whatever it is really important, because you have Ten of Wands and Queen of Wands. Here you have the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So it's something with fulfilling your dream and being your authentic self. So from now on, you are not going to hide in the shadows anymore. You are going to be you to every inch of your body. So I'm also going to take a card from the Oracle of Visions by Sarah Marchetti. And here in the bottom we have this situation, I think, something that you have a real trouble to letting go of, and you might be released from this, and it might be sad if you are being released with this. We have Justice here, that's Libra, and you have a lot of balance cards here, there, and there. So it might be that you are going to have your just desserts when it comes to some relationship with someone. Maybe you're going to have a message, either good or bad, depending on what you did. But either way, you will be freed from an old karma. It will be like a victory anyhow. Okay, so a card for future for my dear Capricorn. So this is evolution, to go past your own experience and what's known, to go past from what's secure and into something new. It's this blindfolded situation. You are going to have to let your old ways of doing things, you need to let them go, because this is evolution. Capricorn is evolving into something new. Okay. So, my dear Capricorn, I hope this helped. I want you to take really good care, and I hope to see you again in the middle of August. Okay, bye-bye.